The NBA MVP award is the most confusing award out of all the awards, and it's not even close. Let's get straight to it. We got to talk about this. Welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we're talking about the history of MVPs, and of course, we will be talking about the award race for this year. Now, I don't think it's a surprise to literally anyone. It's going to go to Shai. He is the monster favorite, but I want to talk about the inconsistencies of the award. You know, everyone's talking about, oh, who's going to win it? I mean, look, could I make a video and will I at least talk about it a little bit? Yes, and yes, it's going to be Shai. So I don't want to really waste your time. I'd rather bring up the bigger topic at hand of how is this happening? Like, it's well agreed upon. Okay, this is an opinion from me, but it's also generally well agreed upon that Jokic is the best player in the world, and he has been for the past like 6 years. Okay, you could think differently. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just saying, and this is just what it is. It's well agreed upon. Majority would say Jokic is the best player in the world for the past 5 years at least. But if you go off MVPs, not even just the Jokic era, but throughout history of the NBA, for the past 30 years, they don't want to give a guy 3 MVPs in a row, even if they're the best player, for that time frame. Let's talk about it. We go down to 1984 through 1986. Larry Bird won 3 times in a row. Since then, okay, not one player has won 3 times in a row. We got Magic, Michael, Magic, Michael, Michael. From then on, we got one-offs, right? And then we got Tim Duncan twice, KG once, Steve Nash twice, Dirk once, Kobe once, which a lot of people, and I hate for me to just say this as in, oh, trust me, bro, source, trust me, bro. But I mean, this is one of those things to where it's like, source, like, you got to know this. You got to know this stuff, okay? So Kobe Bryant was not the best player in the world for only 1 year.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Kobe Bryant.
Better than you?
I would have to say right now.
LeBron, he was not the best player for only 4 years, right? He was the best player. He was generational. He's LeBron James. He was the best player for a long time. KD won it a year. Stephen Curry won it 2 years. But again, notice how there's no 3 years in a row. Very consistent theme of that. However, we're going to talk about it though, the history of the MVPs. Last year, Shai won it. Shai had some impressive stats. 32.7 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 6.4 assists per game. Great player. Awesome. Super efficient. I've talked about it for so long. You guys, you've been a part of this channel. You know I love watching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play basketball. Despite all the flopping stuff, like, I think his game is very pure. Very good player. You pull up Jokic last year, 29.6 points per game, 10.2 assists per game, 12.7 rebounds per game, 41% from 3. What? 41%? Jokic is just insane. However, if we go to the standings, it's a very common thing that the 1-seeded team wins MVP. Shai's team was the 1 seed. Nuggets were the 4 seed. Okay. Thunder, credit to you. You help your boy out. Shai's obviously insane anyways, so Shai wins MVP. Okay. Let's go to 2023-2024. Jokic being the exception of again, like, his numbers are just too insane. Honestly, he's just too crazy. They were the 2 seed, tied for the 1st. But again, Jokic is doing Jokic things. The Embiid year, 2022-2023. Voter fatigue, guys. Very, very real thing. 76ers were the 3rd seed. Nuggets were the 1 seed. However, if we look here, Jokic already won twice in a row. The media. Okay, so I don't know if I already mentioned throughout this video. I'm talking a lot. But the media, 100 people, decide who wins MVP. Reporters, analysts, color commentators, they decide who wins MVP. They dictate this award. So if ESPN, sends the notice, hey guys, I want you guys to enforce this conversation and talk about this guy win MVP, that matters. Mind you, some of these people who get votes don't really watch the league as a whole, or they'll have opinions that change throughout the years. For example, Rachel Nichols had an opinion on Harden. for his MVP run, how she voted for him, blah, 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 insane, but he plays no defense. All of a sudden, this year, Luka Doncic is playing insane. Defense isn't there. Rachel Nichols is like, oh, two sides to the court. What I'm saying is, the media, they're just saying stuff. I'm not going to cuss. They're saying stuff for clicks. So it's just very all over the place. It's very all over the place. And that's what I'm trying to get at here. And if we go off of, again, traditionally speaking, the 1 seed damn near always win MVP, okay? But then we go off of 2021-22. Jokic is the exception. He was a 6 seed. But if we look at the stats, dude, 2021-2022, 27.1 points per game, 13.8 rebounds per game, 7.9 assists. Then we go back to that traditional 1 seed work with Giannis for 2 years in a row. So Giannis, the 2 years in a row, he won it, right? And only 2 years in a row. The 1 seed, which again, kind of is the consistent theme for MVPs more often than not, is you're getting that 1 seed winning 2017, 2018. This one was James Harden. Where do you guys think he was? He was the 1 seed. Okay. The Russell Westbrook era. This one was a bit special, right? A bit different circumstances, similar to Jokic, to where 31.6 points per game, 10.7 rebounds per game, 10.4 assists. He was the first guy to average a triple-double since the legendary Oscar Robertson. So this one carried some weight in its own, where it's like, okay, you don't need to be the 1 seed. You've already done some incredible stuff. Just make the playoffs. So 6 seed. Okay. Then we talk about the years before. Steph Curry. They were the 1 seed Warriors. And yes, did Steph deserve it? Absolutely. Yeah, that's just the traditional thing of, hey, man, we're picking the 1 seed. So what I'm trying to get at is next year, I don't care how good of a season Shea has, he's not winning MVP. Reason why? Because he's already going to win it 2 years in a row. And again, is Shea deserving of it? He's the clutch player of the year. He's ultra efficient. Of course he's deserving of it. My point in all of this, though, is just because you're the best player does not mean you're winning MVP. We talk about it with Jordan, right? If this guy's the GOAT, okay? If this guy's the GOAT, he won MVP 88, 91, 92, 96, and 98. You're telling me Jordan was only the best player in the world for 4 years and y'all call him the GOAT? When I say y'all, I mean like, old heads. And that's not me disrespecting Jordan. I'm just saying I'm disrespecting the MVP award consistency is what I'm trying to disrespect here. Jordan wasn't the best player for only 4 years in a row or for 4 years separately, right? No, he was the best player, period, despite the MVP award. MVP award is just so media driven and so let me shove this guy in your face because I don't want this guy to have it, another year in a row. So my point is that I'm not a fan of that aspect of it. I'd rather we just give it to the best player consistently, despite them winning it 2 years. Oh, third year's coming up. Cut the line. We're not doing this. So yeah, Shea's not winning it next year. This year he'll win it. He'll be at 2 in a row. He's not winning it next year just because it's either going to be Wemby, Luka, maybe Jokic again. Maybe Jokic again. I don't know. But it's not going to be Shea. Just because it's so... I don't like that, to be honest with you. I really don't. But if we're talking about argument for Shea this year anyway, they are the 1 seed, which, again, historically makes sense. He does... what's the 54% field goal percentage? I mean, damn, bro. That's insane. 31.4 points per game, 6.5 assists, 4.4 rebounds. You can't disagree with it. But at the same time, there is that sense of, interesting. Because Jokic is doing some crazy stuff. Defensively, if we care about defense, Wemby is doing godlike stuff. And next year, if Wemby has this exact same season, maybe just a little bit more points per game or something else a little bit more, people are going to be like, defense this, defense that. And is Shea a good defender? Yes. Does he touch Wemby? No. Now, on the flip side, is Shea a great offensive player? Does Wemby touch Shea? I think, and maybe this is a hot take, okay? Maybe. You can have your opinion on this. I would say Wemby's defense is higher than Shea's offense is to Wemby's offense. So, for example, let's say I give Shea a 99 overall in offense, okay? and let's say I give Wemby like a 94, 95 overall. Wemby's defense is a 99. Shea's defense is not a 94 or 95. He's a good defender, but he doesn't even touch, like not even a little bit of what Wemby's doing defensively. So that topic of defense, I'm calling it now, is just going to be so much more important next year. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I had to drive this home. The media is not consistent at all. The MVP award is not consistent at all. When they get tired of someone, they're just going to be like, let's give it to this guy. Or when they're not tired of someone and they're like, yeah, this guy, the number one seed, he deserves it. And then, yeah, the point is it's all over the place. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you see it as well? I mean, it's very obvious voter fatigue is a real thing, but do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see what a lot of people are seeing? Because this is a common complaint of voter fatigue. I'm just bringing it to the attention because if you look at the history of the award, right, it's very odd to me. Like, it's pretty damning that a player since Larry Bird has not won 3 times in a row when we have definitive, insanely good players in LeBron James, in Kobe Bryant, in Nikola Jokic. If Shea wins it this year, it's not like I'm saying he shouldn't win it next year. Obviously, the season hasn't happened. But I know he's not, just because of how the award has panned out. They just refuse to do it. Like, it's mind-boggling. Like, let's just be truthful to the game. Let's not hand these out because I'm tired of someone. The consistency of the topic needs to be consistent. So if we're valuing defense, let's value defense. If we're valuing offense, let's value offense. If we value both, let's value both. Needs to go every single direction. If we're valuing teams that are very high seeds, let's value that. Okay? Shea being the guy who's leading the way on this number one seeded Thunder 2 years in a row. Okay, great. Let's value that. But it's very nitpicky all over the place. Pick and choose your moments when it's like, come on, let's just make this right. Anyway, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. This is All We've Been Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.